Planner babes, welcome, welcome, welcome if you're coming back, and welcome, welcome, welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you guys so much. Today I just wanted to do a flip of kind of like my finance little system that I've got going on right now. And it's involving two planners here. This one's from Christina Loves Planning, and this one's from Amazon. Yeah, this one was from Amazon. And so what we'll do is we'll start off because this one is holding my cash envelopes. See, it's not a real Louis Vuitton. It's just a replica. But yeah, so I'll put this one aside, and then we'll start with this one because it's kind of like the main hub of all of the. I hope the lighting's not too bad. I want to use a natural lighting right now because the overhead light was creating a really big shadow. So I hope it's okay, guys. But so we open her up and it has rings. I can't remember what size of rings they are. They're not super big, but they're a pretty decent size for being like a zip up. And the color of the zip planner is just to die for. I love it so much. I have an ollie clip here and just some deco cards here. They're not really functional. This one's actually a business card though for my fiance. And I don't have anything in the zip pocket yet. And nothing in the secretarial pocket over here yet either. And just for here, I just started off with a bit of deco, of course. This is from Catspresso Co. This is from Luna Lou's Plans. And this is from Elmon Paper Co. This is from HRH Handmade. And she's in the UK. This is from Plain Chic Designs. Cloth and Paper. I will have this link down below. I can never remember it. It's like Leanne and Loco. So, oh my god, it's from Etsy. I'll link it in the description box below there. And then this is just something that I made quickly on Canva with the florals. And then we have our table of contents from Hey Planner Girl. So my contents go my inblocks, my monthlies, my bills, my budget, kind of etc. So like a whole bunch of random stuff, and then notes in the back. And then so this is just from Royal Planner Company, and this is from Sticky Monster Co. And another Catspresso Co. pocket with some deco inside. This one here is from Paper Plans Co. And then we have an acetate, and this is from Back to Basics. Then this one's from EO Edits on here. And now we're getting into the sections finally. So we have our inbox, and you know, if you see my videos before, if you've seen lots of people's videos, I'm sure you know have heard of an inbox. It's kind of where you brain dump anything that's on your mind that you want to jot down quickly. So I just have this insert from Simple and Trendy Co. And I love it because it has the boxes, so I can categorize each thought, and then it has a little box to check off when it's all done. Whatever the thought was. Sometimes you don't need to check them off to be done. But yeah, so like for example, I have Scotiabank called me on July 21st. So I wrote that down because I didn't want to forget that. And then because I needed to reference that. And then I needed another note for a film flip of an Aura Estelle planner. So stuff like that. And then I have another another inbox. And then this is from May Paper Co. Love it. And this is from Analog Alicia. And then we have a dashboard, and then we have monthlies. So I have a month on 2 page from Rosie Papetree, and this is what it looks like. And we're in December now, right? So I don't have. Oh yes, I do actually. Sweet, I can show you what I'm using for next year. And then so what I do on here is I just write down the number. I don't write down the words of like what the bill is. I just write down plus or minus, and then I write down the number. Sometimes I write little notes, but then yeah. So like here. If I don't write minus, if I don't write anything around the number, it's a minus because most of them are. I only have like 1 or 2 pluses in the month. Wish there was more, right? But that's how it is. And then so here's my payday, so that's plus. And then these are all minuses because they're all bills. So I just have like an overview at a glance. And then this is from Paper Plans Co. This like section cover. I don't really do anything on the back here. There is a spot for bills, birthdays you don't need to do sometimes, priority sometimes I use, and important dates sometimes I use. And then these are from Rosie Papetree again. So this is her 2024 week on 2 page design. And this is what it looks like. The boxes are a bit smaller. I wish they were a bit bigger like last year, but I still really like it. And isn't it so amazing that January 1st starts on a Monday? Chef's kiss. It's beautiful. But down here you have the previous month and then the next month's little mini calendars. And then yeah, I'm just going to do the exact same thing I was doing this year. And then I have February, and on the back it has goals this time, important dates, notes, and to-dos. So it has a little bit more, it has more areas that I think I would use for this purpose in the finance planner. And this is like my mini finance planner. I did a video on my A5 finance planner that goes into a lot more detail of my finances. This is just kind of miniature sized. So I have February. This is from Lucy Plans Life. This is a card pocket holder that I made out of 3 adhesive pockets that I stuck onto a piece of lamination, like a clear piece of lamination that I ran through the laminator with nothing in the lamination sheet. I said, wait, if I say the word lamination again one more time. And then so it comes out clear, and then I just put the pockets on there. And then these are from Studio 17, but she changed her name to Notas, Notas Paper Co. So I really love her shop. And then we have bills. So here I just have a bills tracker from Infinite Lotus. And I just kind of wrote a standard month example. So I wrote down all my bills that come out every single month and all the payments that come out every single month that I know of. And this is not including like random things that pop up, but this is like all my subscriptions on all my regular bills. So I can just kind of, and then I left my spot for variable bills. Like my phone sometimes changes. I sometimes pay different on my Visa, my MasterCard, and my other credit cards. So I leave this as a variable spot. So I totaled up all of the for sure bills, totaled it up, and then I left a spot for variables, kind of estimated my variables, and then minus that with that to get a kind of like a number that I have left for cash stuffing. Then I was just tracking my bills in June, July, August. This is from SM Plans, this insert. September, and then October I was doing an Infinite Lotus. And then I kind of fell off because I was doing it a different way in November and December. And this is from Plan Exto, the card pocket holder. This is EO Edits. And then we're on to the budget section. So, these are from Unoya by Design. I don't believe she's on Etsy anymore, but there's a lot of really great budget inserts. Like Rosie Puppetry has good ones. Actually, Noted Company has really good ones. A lot of places do. I really enjoy printables, so those are kind of like places with printables. But if you type on Etsy, like budget inserts and then printable and then your size, a lot should come up. So I was doing a budget in July, August. Then I did August to September because I get paid on the 21st. I only get paid once a month, it's on the 21st. And then, so I kind of track my bills from, okay, let me figure out how I'm doing. From the 21st to the 21st. So I track my like paycheck. So this one I actually started on December 15th because I got some income that I wasn't expecting. So I wanted to start off with that sum of money. So I did that here. So you have a spot for your income, you have a spot for saving, you have a spot for your fixed expenses, which are your fixed bills, and then you have a spot for variable expenses. I just stuck my variable expenses right here because I really wanted to see it all in a list. And then you have a spot, you have some equations down here. You have fixed expenses plus variable expenses, that equals all your expenses. Then you have total income minus your expenses, and that's your final balance. That should be in your bank account. And then you have a total budget, actual spending, and then the difference there too. But if you were doing it kind of like from month to month, and then I would just put my variable expenses there, actually the same way pretty much, and the fixed expenses there, and then your income over there. So yeah, so have that. And then this is from Rosie Puppetry, and it is her monthly finance bundle, but I only have a couple pages printed in here. I have the monthly recap, the monthly budget, and then the sinking funds goals. So I have a few of those printed out ready to go when I'm just feeling like it. And then this is from the Aesthetic Dollar. It's a cash planning insert. So you just write down your categories of your cash envelopes. You write down the amount that's going to be inside of your cash envelopes. Then you write down how many of each denomination that you want, and then you total it up down here. So I have, and it's only on letter size or A5 size, I can't remember. So I kind of sized it down a little bit, and I cut it the top part to the width of personal, and then I folded up the rest of it. So I have some of those printed off. And then I actually ended up, because I really wanted just something that I didn't have to fold out, I ended up making my own on Canva. Let me know if you want this as a freebie. It's kind of, I gotta move this up a little bit so you have more room for the day and the total amount. And this is just cash planning. So category, your amount. And this is for Canadian because we don't have $1 bills. So it doesn't have $1. So it just says $5 to $100. And then you have your totals there. So yeah, I can post that if you'd like. Then we just have, this is a freebie from Laura Jane Plans, things to budget for. And then we go into the etc. section. That's not being used. It's kind of out of date. That was a month at, or a year, quarterly at a glance. So for this is bills tracker, but I'm actually using it for subscriptions only. So I wanted to total up all of my subscriptions. So I have it at a glance. And then I have another one of these. This is just a standard monthly bills example. So I have all my bills here and then my variables here and then the totals. I don't know why I have it double in here. And then this is a subscription tracker from, I can't remember where this from is. I'll post it in the description box below. It's from Etsy. And I really like it because it has lots of information for each sub that you do. So like I have cloth and paper. I can't remember what day I started it, but I have the renewal date, which is every first of the month, the amount of it, how frequent are you getting the box or whatever you're getting, and your status if it's active or inactive, and then notes. So I wrote stationary sub box, and then so I have one for all my subscriptions that I have going on. This is a paying for tracker. Sorry, I will also list this in the description box below because it's from Etsy and the name's not on it and I can't remember. So that's just like when you buy something from Afterpay or Klarna or something like that, you write the shop here, you write what service it was, so like Afterpay, you write the total amount of your purchase, and then you write how much each payment is going to be. So usually it comes out in 4 payments. And then you have an online orders tracker from Peanuts Planner Co. It's really simple. It just has the date, the details, if it's shipped, and if it's been received. So I really like that. And then this one's also from No Taz Paper Co. It's an old one though. I don't believe she has it up anymore. It's just got description, date, cost, ship, received, returned, and what does that last one say? Refunded. So it has more detail, but sometimes I find it a little bit confusing because I don't always need to use these columns. But I don't like having them blank because I feel like the package hasn't arrived yet, if that makes sense. And then I have a wish list from Noted Company, and it just has like you sectioned off in categories. So I have one category for my planner stuff and then different things that I want, and then you have the amount. You check it off when you get it. Section for like I did home, experiences, and personal. And then we have a gift list from Your Paper and Line Co. And then I have planner purchases from My Minimal Planner, and it's perfect because we like to make stationery purchases quite often, usually most of us. So we write down the month of that you're tracking, you write down your budget, and then at the end of the month you'll write down your actual what you spent, and then in here you write your description of just whatever you bought and then the amount. So it's really nice to keep track. And then she has the same one for eating out and takeout tracker, which is really good because, I use DoorDash and Skip the Dishes. And it just like, sometimes you just order and you just out of mind. And then all of a sudden you look at your bank account and you're like, holy crap, how did that add up? And sometimes it can be really expensive. So that's a good thing to track as well for My Minimal Planner. And then this is an expense tracker from the Delicate Leo. She's on Etsy. So what you do is you just have the date here. You write the month. You write what item that you bought, and then you write what category it was in, and then you write the amount. So I do it by 4 categories. I do shop, subscription, food, and bill. So shop, subscription, food, and bill. And usually I color code them as well after I'm done the whole month. So this month is all done, but I never color coded it. I apologize. I wish I had done that for an example. I didn't think about it. But I use just 4 different colors, and then I just highlight with 4 different colors, keeping the track, whatever color is for which category. And then at the end, sorry about that, my mom called. Then so that's my expense tracker. I have a return tracker that I also made on Canva because I couldn't really find one that was just simple enough in my size personal rings that would work for me. So I just have a spot for the date that you return the item and then the item that you're returning. If you sent it away, like you took it to the return spot, and then if you've received your refund. And then this is a no spend tracker. It's from all the plans. I definitely fell off on it, so I haven't been using that. I can probably take that out. And then I have this from Solely Paper. It's a reference information. So basically what you can put, I put here I have blocked off like sensitive information, but I have like you can see these categories here: household, finance, pets, no, auto, career, education, administrative, other, and miscellaneous that you can check off. I have admin categories in here and finance. So I have like my TD bank, my MasterCard, and my other credit card, and then this is for my CRA account. And then I just have here in the notes like the username and the passwords. This is from Salty22, and this is from My Minimal Planner. This is My Minimal Planner as well. It's a freebie. And then we just have the last section, which is just notes. And I just have random note paper in here. This is cut up from my Hobonichi weeks that I had leftover notes paper in it. So I just cut it up and then I hole punched it and put it in here. And then yeah, so this is my paper coat notes, Infinite Lotus, and more Hobonichi paper. And yeah, Scarlet Joe plants, and I love hers. And then this is just a page lifter that I got from an old planner that I found from the thrift store. Sorry, my mom's texting me, I believe. And then this is my vision board here, and then just a little deco card. And that is the kind of like the main system that, or like the main hub of information for my finances. And then this one I'm using for the cash envelopes. So I just got these recently. It comes in a pack of 12. They are these totally clear envelopes that have an open side here, and I don't mind that it's open without like a zipper thing because it lays perfectly flat. And then also too, I have this zipped up, so I'm not really worried about anything falling out. And also too, papers and stuff stay in there actually pretty well, like just by it being suctioned in there, I guess. And I used my label maker, which is a Brother P-Touch, to make labels for each envelope for what the category is. And then I have my cash planning envelopes inserts back here that I made. And then I have some notes paper. So my categories are shopping, planners, food, holidays, which include gifts. So that includes gifts, miscellaneous, home, medical, eye care, dentist, emergency fund, personal, and then I have video games, but I am not stuffing that right now because I don't have the budget for it. So, and you might have noticed that this is not real money. Crystal Plus Plans Bank, or Crystal Plans Bank, yeah. Not exactly. But, so what I'm doing is I'm kind of using it as like a online, or yeah, like an online kind of, what am I trying to say? Something that's like online, but it's not tangible. You can't hold it, the money. It's kind of like virtual cash envelope stuffing, but also having it in person too. So what I do is I don't do cash envelopes for everything, like actual money. So if you can tell, there was a couple bills in the reel, but let me explain this binder first. So this is like my bills, my fixed expenses that I have. So I made these envelopes. I just had lamination. I had a piece of vellum and I folded it in half and laminated it. Then I cut the top off and I hole punched it. So I have like rent, my MSP, my car insurance, some credit cards, my phone bill, or like my phone bills actually can be variable, but I keep it in this one because it comes out every month, my bank account. And then so I have all these, and I use fake money to keep track of how much I have in the bank. So whatever I take out of in the bank, that if I pay a bill, let's say I paid my MSP, I would take this out for that month, put it away, and then I know that there's nothing in there, and it was paid for with the bank, if that makes sense. I hope I'm explaining this okay, because this was like kind of like I wasn't understanding totally the cash envelope, cash stuffing system, and then I've kind of been like learning and kind of finding my own way. So I hope this helps somebody. But so yeah, so that's what I do. So that's why I have the fake money, to represent the real money in the bank. But because it comes out of my bank account, I find it like so counterproductive to, when I get paid, go and withdraw all the money and then that same day go back and deposit my bills money that are coming out that day too. It doesn't really make sense to me. So I have that, and then okay, I also have a little random bonus. I have like some savings challenge. These are from Cash B on Etsy. I really like her like saving challenges. This is one's for $2 coins, so you just color in with like a Sharpie, and you can remove Sharpie on lamination with nail polish if you wanted to know that. But yeah, so you just color in with a Sharpie, and then each toonie. So I have toonies. Oops, there's a loonie in there with the doodles. I gotta recount that. And then there's a $1 saving challenge too. So I have those. And then, so yeah, so going back to these ones. So these are the categories that I decided to use this month. I can change it up every month too. It doesn't matter. And then, so I have them listed right here for their spots. And then I have how much I want each envelope to have. So like shopping was $40, planners 25, food 75, holidays 150, miscellaneous 40, etc., etc. And then in here it has 100, 50, 20, 10, and 5. And you just write how many of each denomination that you want to take up from the bank. Like for shopping, I want $40, but I want it in 2 20s. So I will, these are actually, I'm going to go to the bank and take out the money because it's more shopping and savings and stuff. So I want to have, so I can have the money at home. I don't need to like, it's not going to get withdrawn right away from my account. I'm going to be using this as needed. So like I wanted 2 20s for shopping. So I have, for right now, I haven't gone to the bank yet. I'm actually going to go today, but this would actually be real money. So I do have some real money in here to, because I had a couple extra bills laying around. So I started putting it in. But yeah, so when I go to the bank, I'm going to tell them that I want, so this is a cash breakdown, and it's from Maria, I believe it's from Maria Plans or Rich and Treasury, one of the two. But it's a freebie and it's a cash breakdown, like I just said. And then you write down the quantity of how many bills you want of each denomination, and then you write the totals. So I'm going to take out $330 from the bank. I'm going to get 4 $5 bills, 2 $10 bills, 12 $20 bills, and 1 $50 bill. And then I'm going to put it in these envelopes. And then when I spend it, I'm going to, I have a little page here where I'm just using, it's just a piece of note. Oh no, so I have these. I got them from Etsy. They're like cash balance sheets that you can use for your cash stuffing. So I write the category right here, your starting balance, the date of the, if you withdraw, if you take out money, or if you spent money, or if you put in money. So then you write the description and plus or minus, and then the balance. So that's how you keep track of how much is being spent in each category. So I'm going to give this to the bank teller, and it's going to be really easy for her to give me my cash and what I exactly want. This is just a list of things I need to buy. So, and then I'm going to bring this to the bank. I'm going to get that cash, and then I'm going to put 2 20s in here. I'm going to put, you know, the bills in here that I wanted. So I actually spent some money today on the planners. I went to the dollar store and I spent $12.50. So I need to take out $12.50 from in here. So I can do that. But I kind of been rounding up or rounding down because I don't want to use coins in these pockets. So it's not 100% accurate, but they're pretty spot on to just what I want to use for spending and whatnot. It doesn't have to be totally accurate. You can leave a buffer of like $20 to make up for if it's a little bit less or if it's a little bit more that ends up being in the pockets. So yeah, so that's kind of what I got going on in all the pockets here. So I have, yeah. And then I'm going to go to a dentist appointment. So I'm just going to keep saving this one up. So next month, I'm going to put even more money in there. And then it'll be, you know, at a certain sum. Same with savings, of course. And personal, I have just $10 in there. And then, yeah, so I can even add more categories or take away categories if I want next month. It's all depending on what's working for you in your life at the time. And then, so I think I have gone over everything. If it was confusing at all, or if you need to ask any questions, please do so in the comments below. I'd be so happy to try to help you any way I can. And, oh yeah, I also got this fake money on Etsy. So you can actually edit the words here, and then edit this part here. I put Canada, and then, sorry, that's my cat rustling around in a plastic bag that he loves for a bed right now, apparently. And then, so yeah, it came with 10, 20s, 50s, and 5s. Yeah, I said those. And yeah, okay. Kind of dyslexia moment there. And then, yeah, so I got these off Etsy. I'll link them in the description box below. And it wasn't too expensive, but you just need to print a lot of, you need to use a lot of printer paper and ink, which is kind of whatever. And then I think I'm just looking in my little cash dumping box that I have to the side here. I believe I've shown everything. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate your time. And again, any questions, comments, leave them in the box below. And thank you again. Hope you're doing well.